Have you ever had a day where everything just flows? You think of an old friend, and they suddenly call. You need a solution to a problem, and the answer appears in a book you randomly open. We call these moments coincidences, serendipity, or luck. But what if they aren't random at all? What if they are messages, direct feedback from the universe, confirming that you are in alignment with a deeper creative power? We've been taught to see reality as something that happens to us, a series of random chaotic events that we must navigate, react to, and survive. We feel like victims of circumstance, tossed about by the winds of fortune. But this entire perception is built on a misunderstanding of how reality actually works. Ancient wisdom traditions and the bleeding edge of quantum physics are now converging on a singular, staggering truth. Reality is not a monologue being dictated to you. It is a dialogue. The universe is not a cold, empty void, but a vast field of conscious energy that is constantly listening and responding to the most fundamental part of you, your state of being. Those meaningful coincidences, what Carl Jung called synchronicities, are not the exception. They are the rule. They are the language of this dialogue. They are the universe winking back at you, showing you that your inner world of thought and feeling is tangibly, measurably, and miraculously shaping the world outside of you. In this journey together, we will dismantle the illusion of randomness. We will explore how your consciousness is the ultimate creative force, and how by consciously choosing your inner state, you move from being a victim of your world to its deliberate creator. This isn't just wishful thinking. This is the operational physics of consciousness. The solution, then, is not to fight against your external circumstances, to push harder, or to struggle more. The solution is to turn inward and fundamentally change the person you are being. The mystic Neville Goddard taught a principle of stunning simplicity and power. To realize your desire, you must assume the feeling of the wish already fulfilled. You do not hope for it, wish for it, or pray for it as something separate from you. You enter the state of its reality now. You feel the relief, the joy, the gratitude of it being a finished fact in your imagination. Why is this feeling so critical? Because feeling is the language that speaks to the quantum field. In quantum physics, the famous double-slit experiment revealed a truth that shatters our classical view of the world. Particles, the very building blocks of our reality, exist in a state of pure potential, a wave of all possibilities, until they are observed. The act of observation, of consciousness focusing upon them, collapses that wave of potential into a single specific particle in a single location. You, as the observer, are not separate from the reality you are observing. You are actively participating in its creation. Your state of being, your dominant feeling, is the frequency you are broadcasting into this field of infinite potential. When you consistently feel the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are tuning your energetic signature to that specific reality. You begin to resonate with it. This isn't just a metaphor. Resonance is a fundamental principle in physics. When two tuning forks of the same frequency are near each other and one is struck, the other will begin to vibrate spontaneously. In the same way, by maintaining the inner vibration of your desired outcome, you compel that reality, which already exists as a potential in the unified field, to vibrate and manifest in your experience. Synchronicity then becomes the confirming signal, the echo from the field, showing you that the external world is beginning to resonate with your new internal frequency. So why isn't everyone living their dream life if it's this simple? The barrier is not outside of you. It's within you. It is the vast, powerful, and largely unconscious programming that governs 95% of your thoughts, feelings, and actions every single day. Neuroscience has confirmed this. Your conscious mind, the part of you that is listening to this right now, is like the captain of a ship. But the subconscious mind is the entire crew, the engines, the navigation charts, all running on autopilot based on past experiences. Every significant emotional event you've ever had is stored in your subconscious, not just as a memory, but as an emotional signature, a program. If you grew up feeling a lack of money, that feeling of lack is a program. If you had painful relationships, the feeling of betrayal or unworthiness is a program. These programs create your identity. You don't just feel lack, you believe I am someone who lacks. You don't just feel unworthy, you believe I am unworthy. Your subconscious mind, whose primary job is to keep you safe and to be efficient, will then relentlessly filter your reality and orchestrate your behavior to prove these core beliefs true. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy machine. You can consciously affirm I am wealthy all day, but if your subconscious 95% is running a program of lack, that is the frequency you are truly broadcasting. That is the reality the quantum field will continue to reflect back to you. Your life is a perfect printout of your subconscious beliefs. To change your life, you cannot just change your thoughts. You must go deeper. You must rewrite the programs. You must change your identity at the subconscious level. To do this, we need to bypass the analytical, conscious mind and speak directly to the subconscious in its own language, which is the language of feeling and imagery. The most potent time to do this is in the state between wakefulness and sleep. This is known as the hypnagogic state, or what Neville Goddard called the state akin to sleep, SATS. In this drowsy, relaxed state, your brainwaves slow down, and the gateway between the conscious and subconscious mind opens. This is your workshop. This is where you become the creator. Here is the practical method. Every night, as you are lying in bed ready for sleep, get comfortable and relax your body. Let go of the day. Then, bring to your mind's eye a short scene, a single event, which would imply that your desire is already a reality. Don't visualize the process of getting it. Visualize a scene that happens after you've gotten it. If you desire a new home, you could imagine yourself walking through the front door with the keys in your hand, feeling the cool metal and the profound sense of I am home. If you desire a loving partner, you could feel the weight of their head on your shoulder or the feel of a wedding ring on your finger. The key is to make it short, vivid, and full of sensory detail. What do you see, hear, touch, and smell? Most importantly, what do you feel? You must summon the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Feel the gratitude, the relief, the joy, the security, as if it is happening right now. Loop this short scene over and over again like a lullaby, feeling it more and more real with each repetition, until you drift off to sleep. In that moment, you are impregnating your subconscious mind with this new reality. You are giving it new instructions, a new blueprint from which to create. This is not just a psychological trick. It is an act of neurological and biological creation. By repeatedly generating this elevated emotion, you are literally creating and strengthening new neural pathways in your brain, conditioning your mind and body to live in this new reality before it has physically manifested. Once you have successfully impressed your subconscious mind with this new state of being, the universe begins to conspire in your favor. This is where the magic of the bridge of incidents appears. Your desire will not likely appear out of thin air. Instead, a series of seemingly natural, coincidental, or surprising events will begin to unfold. You'll get an unexpected phone call. You'll overhear a conversation. You'll feel a sudden urge to go to a place you normally wouldn't. These are the synchronicities. These are the planks being laid down for the bridge that will lead you, step by logical step, to the fulfillment of your desire. Your only job is to remain faithful to your assumption and walk across the bridge as it appears, taking the obvious, inspired actions. The challenge here is maintaining energetic coherence. Coherence is when your thoughts, feelings, and actions are all aligned and sending one clear, powerful signal to the unified field. Incoherence is when you say you want wealth, but you feel lack, and you act out of fear. This sends a scrambled, weak signal. It's like trying to tune a radio to a specific station while constantly fiddling with the dial. The universe responds to the clarity and power of your dominant vibration. This is where epigenetics provides stunning scientific validation. Epigenetics is the study of how your behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. Dr. Bruce Lipton's groundbreaking research shows that it is the perception of our environment, filtered through our beliefs, that ultimately controls our biology. When you sustain an elevated emotional state like gratitude, joy, or love, You are literally sending new chemical signals to your cells that can switch on genes for health and well-being and switch off genes related to stress and disease. You are not a victim of your heredity. You are the master of your genetic expression through the power of your consciousness. This aligns perfectly with the most profound teachings of ancient traditions like Vedanta, which states that there is only one universal consciousness, Brahman, and your individual consciousness is a focal point of that one reality. When you change your state of being, you are not just changing your little self. You are shifting the perspective of the entire universe as it experiences itself through you. A powerful technique for maintaining this coherence and cleansing your subconscious of negative programming is the practice of revision. At the end of your day, preferably right before you begin your SATs practice, take a few moments to review the events of the day in your mind's eye. If there was any moment that was unpleasant, disharmonious, or that you wish had gone differently, you are going to rewrite it. Don't just wish it were different. Mentally relive the scene, but this time, revise it to conform to the ideal you wish you had experienced. If you had an argument with someone, revise it to be a loving, understanding conversation. If you received disappointing news, revise it to be the news you wanted to hear. As you rewrite the scene in your imagination, you must feel the emotions you would have felt had it actually happened that way. Feel the relief, the satisfaction, the joy. Why does this work? Because to your subconscious mind and your nervous system, there is no difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you revise the past, you are not denying it happened. You are neutralizing its negative emotional charge. You are extracting the poison of resentment, anger, or disappointment from your system, preventing it from becoming a seed for a similar negative experience in the future. You are cleaning your internal slate so that you are no longer creating tomorrow from the unhealed wounds of yesterday. So I invite you to do this right now. Pause for a moment. Think of one small, undesirable event from your day. Maybe someone was rude to you, or you made a mistake at work. Now, close your eyes and rewrite that script. See it and feel it unfolding perfectly. Feel the warmth of the resolution. You are learning to be a conscious editor of your own life story, not just a passive reader. The greatest test of your faith will come after you have successfully impressed your subconscious mind. The world of your five senses, the 3D reality, has a momentum. It is a shadow of your past states of consciousness. So, for a time, you may see circumstances that directly contradict the new reality you have assumed. You assume wealth, but a big bill arrives. You assume health, but you feel a symptom. This is the critical moment. This is where most people falter. They see the contrary evidence and immediately drop their new state, reverting back to the old feelings of fear, doubt, and lack. And in doing so, they cancel their order with the universe. Your job is to persist in your assumption. You must become an actor on the world stage, playing the part of the person you want to be, even before the external proof arrives. When doubt arises, you acknowledge it, but you do not entertain it. You gently return your focus to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is what the great scriptures call faith. Faith is not blind belief. It is loyalty to an unseen reality. It is the deep inner knowing that what you have created in imagination is the true reality, and the external world is just a slow-moving mirror that must, by law, eventually catch up. Think of a seed planted in the soil. You don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You water it, you trust the process, and you know that in its own time, it will sprout. Your assumption is that seed. Your persistent feeling of the wish fulfilled is the water. The external world will test your conviction. It will present you with every reason to abandon your new identity. Your steadfastness in the face of this opposition is what solidifies your new state of being and commands the world to conform to it. Persist, and you will prevail. So let's bring this all together. The life you are experiencing is not random. It is a perfect, holographic reflection of your dominant state of consciousness. The universe is not separate from you. It is a unified field of intelligence that is in constant, intimate dialogue with your inner world. Every meaningful coincidence, Every synchronicity is a message from this field, a confirmation that it is responding to the frequency you are broadcasting. You have been given the ultimate power, the power to choose your state of being. You are not a victim of your past, your biology, or your circumstances. Through neuroscience, we see that you can rewire your brain. Through epigenetics, we see that you can signal new genes. Through quantum physics, we see that your focused consciousness collapses potential into reality. And through ancient spiritual wisdom, we are reminded of the truth we have always known, that the kingdom of heaven is within you. You are the operant power in your world. The techniques of assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled in the state akin to sleep and revising your day are not just exercises. They are the tools of a master creator. They are the means by which you impress your new identity upon the subconscious mind, which then directs the infinite power of the unified field to rearrange the world to match your new blueprint. Stop waiting for the world to change for you to feel good. You must feel good first, and then the world will change to match your feeling. This is the great secret. This is your birthright. Tonight, as you lay your head on your pillow, do not beg or plead with an outside power. Turn inward. Choose the state you desire to experience. Is it love? Is it health? Is it abundance? Do not just think about it. Assume it. Feel yourself to be that person now. Inhabit that reality with all your sensory vividness. The dialogue begins the moment you make a choice. What reality will you choose to create tonight? Your world is listening, waiting for your command.